78, offensive lineman Colin Hamilton. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the seniors for the class of 2020. Number 3, a 5'9" wide receiver, Hunter Jones. Number 5, a 5'7" wide receiver, Lindsey Kendall. Number 11, a 5'6" kicker, Michael Moss. Number 33, a 5'7" running back, Aiden Fleming. Number 39, a 5'11" quarterback, Willie Bennett. Number 52, a 5'9" lineman, Chris Ganich. Number 54, a 6'4" lineman, Cody Deason. Number 56, a 6'4" lineman, Jeremy John. Number 61, a 5'8" center, Nathan Honnold. Number 62, a 6'2" lineman, Stephon Connor. And number 70, a 5'8" lineman, Joel Partita.
Oh no! Oh, you mean in the big parking lot? Just let me know where you are and I'll send you those. Because I can't listen to what they're saying and these guys at the same time. So I need an earbud so I can listen to the screen.
And now it is my pleasure to introduce you to our class of 2020 senior football players, managers, and cheerleaders.
Thanks, buddy. Just text me.
Begin with our senior cheerleaders. We have senior Caitlin White and her parents Michelle and Doug White. Caitlin plans to continue her education at Everett Community College after graduation. Her favorite cheer memory is going to cheer camp. We laughed all the time. And her advice to those she leaves behind, don't let mistakes haunt you, work towards fixing them instead. Caitlin White. Senior Haley Cox and her parents Titan Cox and Jen Cashman. Haley is also in the National Honor Society here at Sultan High, and her plans after graduation are to attend the University of Hawaii to study marine biology. Her favorite cheer memory is when we left our state trophy on the table at Denny's. And her advice to those she leaves behind, you can still compete with a torn meniscus, just bring crutches for after. Haley Cox. Senior Christina Van Pelt and her parents Catherine and Shane Van Pelt. Christina's plans after graduation are to continue at Everett Community College and then transfer to Washington State University to work towards her goal of becoming a veterinarian. Her favorite cheer memory is gorilla noises at camp, water bottle at random times, and the best friends while stunting. But most of all is being able to spend her senior year leading this amazing squad. Her advice to those she leaves behind, a little sprained ankle and puke never hurt anybody. You can still compete. Christina Van Pelt and the senior cheerleaders. I'd like to introduce you to our senior football manager, Cheyenne Boudreau, and her mom, Danielle Bryson. Cheyenne's other activities at Sultan High include softball, the National Honor Society, Pep Club. She is a late crew leader and is the senior class president. Her plans after graduation are to attend Washington State University to major in athletic training and secondary secondary education. Her favorite football memory is when Coach Rudd tells you all his jokes. If you know, you know. And her advice to those she leaves behind is be nice to the water girls. Cheyenne Boudreaux. And now, in no particular order, our senior football players, starting with Chris Ganich and his parents, Drew and Dawn Ganich. Chris is also on the wrestling team in marching band and has been a drum major. His plans after graduation are to join the workforce and start a family. His favorite football memory is when Aiden kissed Jack Ham before the Friday Harbor game. And his advice to those he leaves behind, if you can, think that you can, do it. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't. And Murph is right. Go to the weight room. Chris Ganich. Senior Jeremy John and his parents Tim and Diane John. JJ also plays basketball here at Sultan High, and his plans after graduation are to enlist in the United States Army. His favorite football memory was getting his first and probably last interception against Kings last year. And his advice to those he leaves behind, no matter how hard it gets, don't give in and don't give up. JJ. Senior Stephon Connor and his parents, John Connor and Pamela Stedman. Stephon is in charge of our coffee grinder here at Sultan High and is in the weight room every day after school. His plans after graduation are to work a full-time job, and his favorite football memory is knocking people down and just playing ball with the boys. His advice to those he leaves behind, he says, don't do drugs. And do what you are supposed to do, and don't let fear stop you from stepping outside of your comfort zone. Stephon Connor. Senior Joel Partita and his parents Gabriela Mejia and John Wright. Joel's plans after graduation are to attend community college, and his favorite football memory was Murphy's donkey speech. His advice to those he leaves behind, rapido. Joel Partita. Senior Lindsey Carroll and his parents Nikki Kendall, C. Cannon, Lindsay Kendall, and Christina Kendall. Lindsay is also a part of our basketball team and track team here at Sultan High School, and his plans after graduation are to enlist in the United States Air Force. His favorite football memory is game time, and his advice to those he leaves behind is to keep your head up no matter what. Lindsay Kendall. Senior Michael Moss and his parents Hillary and Dawn Moss. Michael is our ASB senior class treasurer, is a link crew leader on the wrestling team and varsity soccer team. His plans after graduation are to enlist in the United States Marine Corps and start a family. His favorite football memory, all the bus rides and shenanigans that we knew were stupid but did them anyway. His advice to those he leaves behind, working hard gets you real results, but it isn't easy. So take the time to do it right. The way you do small things is the way you do all things. Michael Moss. Senior Hunter Jones and his parents Misty and Matt Jones. Dewey is also on our wrestling team and soccer team, and his plans after graduation are to go work in his father's construction business. His favorite football memory when Cody was singing karaoke during one of the pregame practices, and his advice to those he leaves behind is always pay attention and listen to the coaches. Hunter Jones. Senior Willie Bennett and his parents Melissa and Bennett and Bill Bird. Willie is on our wrestling team and also plays golf at Sultan High School. His plans after graduation are to work for the Forest Service. His favorite football memory, getting knocked out by Casey Lynch in a hitting drill in front of the whole team. And his advice to those he leaves behind, never listen to someone who tells you you can't do something. Willie Bennett. Senior Cody Deason and his parents, Matt and Maggie Deason. Cody is also in our wrestling program and baseball team here at Sultan High School. His plans after graduation are to start an apprenticeship with the Public Utility District and become a lineman. His favorite football memory was taking the OT win against Granite Falls his sophomore year. And his advice to those he leaves behind, hit him first and then hit him harder. Cody Deason. Senior Nathan Honold and his parents Bonnie and Scott Honold. Nathan's plans after graduation are to work at Wally World, and his favorite football memory is beating Granite Falls in OT their sophomore year. His advice to those he leaves behind, push yourself because no one can do it for you, and go to the weight room. Nathan Honold. And finally, senior Aiden Fleming and his parents Michael and Stacy Fleming. Aiden is also in our wrestling program and in National Honor Society. His plans after graduation are to live under the bridge. His favorite football memory, when Tyler Deason and I, freshman year, made Chris Branich so mad he punched Tyler in the hip pad because he didn't want to hurt him. His advice to those he leaves behind, don't talk to Coach McDicken about dominoes. Ladies and gentlemen, your senior class football players. Seniors, get together right on the Sultan for 10 seconds so some mom can take a picture and then we'll keep going. Here we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TurfPride.tv for tonight's football matchup between the hometown Sultan Turks and the visiting team tonight. My name is Dan Ballard. I'm here with my co-host, Brian Atkinson. Brian, how are you tonight?
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to senior night here. We've got Kings in, which could be the last time we have a league match in football against Kings.
Could be. You know, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago here on the broadcast. We'll touch on that throughout the broadcast. That's kind of a teaser, right? That's what you call it.
That's what you call it. Yes,
that's a tease.
Definitely teasing.
So people can hang around and find out more about what that's about. But anyway, senior night. Yes, we just had, hopefully everybody tuned in a little early and got to recognize all the seniors. A lot of big senior class.
Yeah, that's a lot of seniors. A lot of cheerleaders, a lot of managers, a lot of football players, a lot of seniors.
It is. So big senior class, and hopefully we wish them well tonight as they have their last time here, possibly at Sultan High School on the football field. Here might be the last opportunity for a lot of these young gentlemen.
Well, after tonight, 2 games.
Yeah.
We'll be at Cedar Park Christian next week.
Yes. Pardon me.
And then I believe there'll be a crossover game at the end of it.
That's what I was told, yeah. Crossover game, and kind of depends on who wins and where that game is and so on and so forth. So anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit more as we get a little further into the broadcast tonight. But tonight, let's talk about, maybe painfully so, what has happened since the last time you and I were together. The Black and Blue Bowl happened last Friday night up in Granite Falls.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think I wish we didn't know what we were talking about, right?
I have blocked that from my memory.
I did not attend. Did you attend, Mr. Atkinson? Did you attend that game?
Hold on. He says somebody's telling me that I'm a little low on my on my audio.
Gonna boost you up.
I'm gonna go up a little bit. Hey, Doug, is that a little bit better?
We're looking for.
And how's Dan coming, Doug?
Hello, Doug. Welcome.
Okay, well, that might be a little bit better, I hope.
All right. Please let us know if we can make some adjustments here. Hey, guys. So anyway, back to last week. We'll have to.
I'm gonna crank you up just a little
just
bit.
a little bit.
Yep, there we go.
Just like that. Okay. So last week, we don't want to touch on it, but we have to. The Black and Blue Bowl was up in Granite Falls this year, and I didn't get an opportunity to go. Did you get a chance to actually go to the game?
I did not go to the game.
But the result was definitely not what we had expected, and the Turks coming up on the short end of a 45-0 score. So that's what we call an ouch there. So enough said about that. Let's move on. Talk about our opponent tonight, which is the Kings Knights. Kings High School, again, comes from North Seattle in the Shoreline area. They are a parochial high school, and they've been a long time, have been in the Cascade Conference for the Turks, now North Sound Conference. So we've seen this team for many, many years.
Well, they weren't in the 2006 through 2010 series that they were not a part of it. They were still looking to join.
Correct.
I think they came in 2011, 2012.
Yeah, so it's been 8 years or so. But now they've gone through periods of time where they were a very dominant team, and then the program's taken a little bit of a back step the past couple of years. Looking at this team a couple of weeks ago when we were together last, I thought as we look forward to this game, looked like a really promising matchup. However, when we look at last week's scores, again, we kind of talked about the Turks taking it on the chin against Granite Falls. Kings really stepped up and took on a Cedar Park Christian team that looked very promising as far as their record was concerned, and really put a licking on them, 52-6. Kings won over Cedar Park last Friday night. So Turks coming into this game off of a tough road loss. Kings coming in off a win. We'll see if that translates to anything tonight as these two teams
it's high school. It's Friday Night Lights.
It is.
The Turks are at home. It's senior night. Last senior night for wrestling night. We
throw all that.
Well, I'm going to talk about wrestling at least 5 or 6 times tonight. Every single senior at senior night won, even the ones that weren't supposed to win at senior night at wrestling. So
we're going to take a brief break for the national.
You bet.
Anthem.
National anthem coming right up.
All right, our national anthem courtesy of the award-winning, world-renowned, and famous Sultan High School Marching Band under the direction of Ms. Jill Sumter. All right, so we're looking here at the, 52 degrees at kickoff time, mostly cloudy, no rain out there, so good night for football.
It looked like it was going to be a rough night for rain when I first showed up at about 5 o'clock tonight.
It did. We had some showers throughout the day. It's been beautiful the last couple of days. Rained like crazy on Monday. Nice the last few days, and then kind of iffy today. But good conditions out there, and teams are taking the field.
We got a Win Espresso kickoff coming right up.
We do. The Turks
We've got our host of regulars watching. We've got Doug Dalton here Doug Dalton here watching. He's here to watch Michael Moss today, I believe.
There we go. Doug,
And,
welcome.
Jill Fortham is here. Gage Williams is her freshman football player, that number 75 out there. So we're excited. If you guys are watching, go ahead and you're on the chat in YouTube. Tell us where you're watching, that you're here, and where you're watching from. But here's our windmills.
Oh, and that's an onside kick and recovered by the Knights. So catches the Turks a little unprepared there, and an onside kick right from the get-go.
Wow.
And that caught me by surprise. Not something that I was expecting, but it was successful. So the Knights are going to get the ball.
Well,
and
I'm
an
looking
opportunity
out there at the Kings line, and I see
there's some big boys out there.
There's a number 78 out there. He is a 6'7", 280-pound lineman, senior Colin Hamilton. Yeah, I wonder how many D1 schools are after him.
Yeah.
Number 3, Lucas Pendergrass, is over on the left side. He is a sophomore, 6'2", 160.
And hand off the left side, still on his feet, and stumbling forward for a gain of about 5?
About 5 yards.
6 maybe?
Yeah, four works.
4 or 5.
4 works.
The spot was kind of vacillating forward and backward there, but anyway, it's going to be second down and 6 for the Knights. So, yeah, onside kick there by Kings. Definitely caught, I think, the Turks unprepared, and we'll see what they could do with their first opportunity here on offense tonight. Quarterback keeper up the middle, breaks through the first line of defense into the secondary, and taken down at the 30-yard line.
To me,
first down.
Looks to me like Kings has found a little magic.
Well, we'll see. Again,
I'd like to know how all their scoring happened last week.
Yeah, like I said, they did put up some pretty impressive numbers. And I looked at their schedule. They have hit 52 points twice this year. But again, this conference, you look at the schedules, you look at the records, and it can be really deceiving sometimes. You can see a team that you think that just may not be that good, and boy, they really turn out to be great. Pitch of the right side, got a good lead block, breaks through one, and dropped at the 25-yard line. We want to welcome any fans of the Knights that are joining us here.
Yeah, we accept the fact that you love your kids too.
Yes, they do, and so we do appreciate you spending some time here with us tonight on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics.
And don't forget, hit that subscribe button.
Yes, I saw we're up to 567.
567.
So we got to get to 1,000.
1,000 is where we need to go.
We got a ways to go. No, there's no cost for your subscription. Ms. Fuller, thank you for that nice lead-in.
That's what you call a segue.
It is. It's a nice segue. And there is no cost for your subscription, and we're not going to spam you or anything like that. It just keeps you aware of when broadcasts are available here on TurkPride.tv, and we do appreciate that because we hit 1,000 subscribers. There's some sort of bells and whistles and all kinds of great things going on.
We get a penny for every 100 views or something.
Something like that, yeah. It's we're not going to get rich. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but we could use. We are a free service brought to you by the Tech Club here at Sultan High School.
Sultan High School under the direction of Mr. Dave Moon, Diamond Dave Moon. Handoff up the middle, breaks through, still on his feet, number 7, and getting down close to the goal line, but just short.
I think he's about on the half-yard line down there.
Colton Fleming on that carry. Yeah, it's going to be first and goal from about the 1, just shy of the goal line.
Colton Fleming, he's a 5'11", 180-pound junior running back for the Knights.
The Knights in their road whites today, whites tops and bottoms. Turks all in their dark navy blue.
Yeah, gee, I wonder if they're going to run it over to the left tackle here.
Yeah, they got to look lining up heavy to the left. There it is, left tackle and in for the score. So they made that look pretty easy. Brian is taking that initial onside kick and just marching right down and scoring 6 points there on the Turks.
Yeah.
All right.
Touchdown Knights.
Touchdown Knights. So
Let's go Turks. Hashtag Turks first.
Yes, I have to. Those of just joining our broadcast, my esteemed colleague here to my right, Mr. Atkinson, Turks first, right?
Always, always. Hashtag Turks first.
And the kick is up and good. And you're making some comments, Brian. You're watching a young man kick in pregame, and he's got a good leg.
Yeah, he was consistently making it from 45 yard. He was lined up at the 42, which is actually a 52-yard field goal, and he was just coming up a yard or two short.
Yeah, and that's a leg for high school.
Yeah.
You just don't see kids at high school level that have that kind of leg.
And you don't see kickers at the high school level come out and figure out what their range is for the game.
Right.
And
For the conditions, for the field, and
right. And he was out here, and he had a whole routine that he went through. I normally watch the quarterback and the receivers to see what they're doing. But I got, I usually show up about an hour before game time and watch the warm-ups and see what's going on, because I don't have time to get to know the other team as much without watching them and seeing what's there.
well, because we both have full-time regular jobs in addition to this, right?
Well, I work my regular job so I can do this with you.
There we go.
I wonder if they're actually going to kick this one off.
This is our escape, right? This is our another onside kick, and that one is recovered by the Turks. So,
well, I will take at the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line, the Turks will have the ball. First opportunity
Okay.
on offense.
And everybody out there knows who I want to give the ball to. Caden Hardyards. Hunter Jones. Where's Hunter Jones?
All right, first opportunity here for the Turks.
Yep. Willie Bennett
Quarterback.
under center.
Under center. Pitch to the right. Breaks a tackle. Still on his feet, Saylor. And nice run there. He gets a first down. Gain of about a little over 11 yards. That's a nice run.
Well, okay, we can go. We can
take that. Huh?
We can go sailor right, sailor left. We can come sail away.
Come sail away. Sail away. Come sail away with me. Hit that subscribe button. There we go.
Yep.
All right. First and 10 for the Turks.
We're at 22 viewers. Wow, I'm excited.
Hand off right at the middle, but read nicely by the Knights and stopped for, I believe, a loss of about 1. Looking at the North Sound Conference games tonight, we have Granite Falls and South Whidbey are taking on each other. Cedar Park Christian taking on a non-conference opponent, Nathan Hale High School. And then, of course, here, the game that you're enjoying right now, Sultan against Kings.
Well, of course, TurkPride.tv is going to rub it in that volleyball got 6 new subscribers.
I know. I was talking to Diamond Dave Moon, our executive producer, earlier this afternoon he was talking about and nice run there. Gets back past the original line of scrimmage in a gain of maybe about 2. Yeah, it's going to be third and about 8, a long 8. Dave was saying what great subscribers that they have with volleyball. They've been very interactive with the broadcasters. They just have a lot of fun.
Well,
really
and that's great. We've got some really good
Not saying
broadcasters.
we don't have some great ones here with football, but Dave was saying volleyball ones are really doing a great job.
We'll talk about volleyball here in just a minute.
There we go. Handoff on the left side, and nice run. It's going to be
Oh, you got to go for it.
close to a first down, but we're going to see what the spot. Just short.
I love it when the announcer just rubs it in a little bit.
So yeah, that spot is 4th and 1. You got to go for it here, though.
Oh, you absolutely have to go.
Gotta go for it.
You've got to go for it.
This is kind of that no man's land, like I said, well beyond the leg of your kicker, but way too close to punt it away.
With the adventures in punting we had last
Adventures
time we
in
were
punting,
here.
that is a new term. You coined that term last week or 2 weeks ago. Handoff direct up the middle.
Caden Hardyards, he's in the open.
And touchdown Turks.
Caden Hardyards, touchdown Turks.
Nice run there. Boy, he just ran untouched for 6 points there for the Turks. So nice run by that young man, and the Turks are on the board.
Michael Moss out to. I've been calling him Hardyards all year. I forgot what his last name was.
That hole was just a massive hole. I mean, he just ran through that and ran untouched.
Well, Cody Deason. That was incredible.
Yeah. And the kick is up and good. And Brian, just like that, we are tied.
Senior night magic from Michael Moss on the extra point.
Extra point. So with 6 minutes and 51 seconds remaining, still in the first quarter, the score is tied 7-7. And the fans are liking it. Fans are liking it. Student body's getting into it. You know, that's something that we've excitement in the stands is something that has been lacking. You know, like I said, giving the fans something to cheer about.
We have the best fans.
Giving them something to cheer about. You know, you got to give the fans
give them something to talk about.
There you go. All right. So the Turks got to feel good about how quickly they were able to move the ball down the field and score 6 points and tie this thing up at 7-7. So the Knights come out and their first opportunity to receive a kick here tonight.
Ref's out there going, where the heck are you?
Like,
let's go.
Come on, boys. Let's go. Let's get on the field. Coach Rudd, other coaching staff giving some last-minute instructions. Now the Turks going to do an onside kick?
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But I wouldn't put it past him. It'd be nice to have Michael Moss go out on senior night with an onside kick recovered by the team. The young man has been working on his kicking for months or years, and I'm glad to see him getting clean on the kick.
It's a short kick, but high. Takes a pretty wicked bounce.
Oh, looks like Kings got on it.
Had a lot of backspin on it. They took kind of a wicked bounce, and but Coleman, number 16, was able to.
Weston Bauer was almost able to get there and jump on that. That's one of our freshmen on the kickoff team. Looks like we're playing the whole gambit today.
Yeah. Well, as I look at the sidelines, the Turks really aren't that deep as far as the number of substitutes that they have. It looks a little sparse there on the sidelines. So I think you're going to get some people.
There is. You guys that don't get that starting position or don't get to play much, you stick with it. There's attrition that happens throughout the year.
Throughout the season, there is injuries, other factors that come into play that really it depletes your roster. Handoff up the middle, number 44.
Jeremy John,
a senior.
Another senior.
Senior night. Mr. John with a nice tackle.
Jeremy John. 24, counting. Derek Markman, are you out there? Derek Markman, are you out there?
Haven't heard Derek tonight. Love to hear from any of you that are joining us here on the broadcast tonight here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Shotgun formation, back to pass, first pass of the game, over on the left flat, complete, and going to go forward for a gain of a first down.
Tackle made
by the 44.
Tackle made by who? Hunter Jones.
Another senior. Kind of like Jesse Jones.
I hear it caught on.
Hunter Jones. Jesse Jones.
That's what they call him in the hallway. Hunter Jones.
Hunter Jones.
I love it.
Oh, but we have a flag against the Knights, so that's going to negate what was a first down. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
So it gives us back to, we're not going to stop the passing game playing 10 yards deep.
No. No.
I just want to point that out.
That play will be there.
Those quick outs like that will be there.
Will be there if they choose to.
Now, you have to decide. Do you want to give them the short one or do you want to give them the long one by playing up on the line?
Pitch to the right. Still on his feet, bobbing and weaving, looking for a spot, and he's going to be out for a first down. So about where the prior play was.
Now, our linebacker, of course, Aiden Fleming was there, and he did a really good job of turning that play in and not letting him get around.
Yes, he did. All right, Coming up to the line is the Knights. Again, in their road whites, Turks in their home navy blues. And pressure.
Oh,
and
it's
he
gonna
goes
go down. Senior Nathan Honnold.
Nathan Honnold with
Hondo.
the sack. Nice
And that is
pressure.
a Vic's Burger Shack sack.
There we go. I like it. Nice pressure by Honnold and drops.
You
for a-
gotta like that
Nice
plug.
loss.
You gotta like that plug, Dan.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Checking some of the other games here tonight. Granite Falls and South Whitby, no score in the first.
Big second down coming up. They're probably going to throw here. Oh, he's going to go around the end.
Off the left side, turns a corner and picks up about 6.
Okay. Caden Hardyard's into the game. Now is
3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Ball is very close to midfield. To the 49. Just 1 yard shy of.
Hey, we have 3
midfield,
minutes and
right?
53 seconds left to go here in this first quarter, and it's tied 7-7.
Game's been moving along at a pretty brisk pace. Few penalties. Only 1 penalty thus far. A pretty cleanly played game. Handoff up the middle, number 2. And still on his feet, kind of like a rugby scrum there moving forward, enough for a first down. J.P. Ellis. He is a 5'6" sophomore. 125 pounds on that carry.
Wow, 125 pounds.
It was a few years ago.
I weighed 125 pounds when I was a sophomore. Nobody ever believes me when I tell them that, but I did.
I think it was a few years since you or I have seen 125
If
pounds.
if I saw 125 pounds again, I think I would have been in my coffin for a while.
Yeah, you've been pitched to the right, and he's got some room to go, and forced out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, and just short of the
Sailor
first
with a
down.
good hit, though.
Oh, it is a first down.
Yep.
There we go. First down for the Knights. First and 10 from the 30.
Let's get going. Well, I need to check. I need to check up on our on how the Astros are doing right now.
Yes,
check
game
that
3
out.
of the World Series.
Who knew?
Astros are, Nationals are.
Nationals are up 2-0. I mean,
Yes, they are.
but we were up. Check up my.
Hand off up the middle, still on his feet.
It is 0-0 in the third inning. No, it's in progress. I don't know what inning it's in. Let's take a look.
It's going to be 2nd and 7 from the 27. All right. And in the other non-league contest, no score between Cedar Park Christian and Nathan Hale.
Looks like timeout on the field.
Timeout. And with the score, 7-7, 2 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the first quarter here at Sultan High School. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast tonight here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. So Brian, we touched on the conference realignment 2 weeks ago. Go north, young man. Go south, young man.
Yep.
And so what's the latest that we've heard about that?
I haven't heard anything.
I think we took an informal poll here in the booth, and I think it was a 3-1 go north last week. Coach Reilly was the one dissenter that was saying he wanted to go south, and I think the other 3 of us were saying we're going to go north. Have we heard anything more? Nothing more. Okay, so still in the fact-finding survey monkey taking
Survey monkey taking.
survey monkey taking part of the process. So, but again, each of them presents positives and negatives.
Okay, I got to do this. Sweet Caroline, bam, bam, bam.
Yes, for those of you that can't hear, the award-winning Sultan High School marching band playing the Neil Diamond Classic, Sweet Caroline.
Oh,
Pitch
that
to the
was
right,
a
number
nice
44.
pitch.
Oh, wide
That
open.
was-
Man, he's got some room to move. Oh, a nice tackle there. Just saving tackle. Yeah. First down for
Ty Wagner with another good open field tackle.
moves the sticks for the Knights.
I got to come up with a nickname for that young man.
You're running out of season. You need to pick it up there.
I got the rest of the end of the game.
You need to be on your off time. You need to be studying, coming up with kitschy names for everybody.
You
right?
do know I look at film. I do go back and watch and listen, and to see how great you are, so I can copy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's not believing me, folks.
Oh,
He's
boy,
not believing me.
I did, believe it or not, I don't like listening to myself do this. I really don't. But I did this afternoon. I did jump on and I listened to the Mount Lake Terrace game that we did a couple weeks ago. I thought we sounded pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
I thought we sounded pretty good.
You are.
How many
really
viewers?
good.
How many viewers we got? 26.
We are at 26 viewers.
26. We're gonna break the internet tonight.
Most I've ever had at a football game was 150, I believe, was for a playoff game. Most of them were from Nooksack that night.
How's your Twitter follower count?
Oh, I've given up on my Twitter account, and nobody follows me, so I just don't even care.
Nobody cares.
My daughter has 350, 400, and I have 150. So it's just, it's just.
It was
not,
just depressing, and you
it's
just gave
just
up.
I gave
It was
up on
just
it.
depressing.
I still have my Twitter account, but.
All right. And the teams are getting their final bits of instruction. They're going to be trotting back out to the field. Turks find themselves first and goal from the 8. 2:17 remaining here in the first. Score all knotted up at
All right.
7 apiece.
I want to see him try to throw here and see Ty Wagner pick it off and go
Pick 6.
92 yards for the.
And
Oh,
quarterback
yeah.
keeper, and he is in for the touchdown. Number 12.
Hayden Teeter. That is a
Sophomore,
That
5'11"
is
sophomore.
that is a Granite Falls name if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were teetering on the goal line anyway.
There you go. And actually, if Teeter was his first name and his last name was Totter, he could be Teeter Totter, right?
Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome anybody here from Kings, and we appreciate you being here.
We do.
Make sure you go in and hit that subscribe button. We have a Windmill Espresso kickoff coming up. 2:13 left to go here in this first period.
And
Kings, the Knights.
And it's been a very entertaining game thus far. It really has. I think Kings kind of started and caught the Turks off guard with that onside kick, but Turks responded right back. Now it's the Turks' turn to get the ball, see if they can score again.
Well, let's see if we can. They decided they were going to kick the ball to Nathan Honnold a second time, and he was just not going to let that happen a second time. I wouldn't be surprised if they went the other way. The Turks have Cade Herbstreit over there on the other side, and I think I'd be putting some more hands people up front here, and knowing that if they've just done 2 in a row.
And a high but short kick, and fair caught at about the 28-yard line. Brian, we do have an update on the score between Granite Falls and South Whitby. Under 5 minutes to go in the first. South Whitby strikes first and leads Granite Falls Tigers 7-0.
All right. You know what my call is right now.
Burger at Windmill Espresso. I mean, a burger at Vic's Burger Shack.
Vic's
I'm sorry,
Burger, yeah, well, we
Vic's
had a
Burger
Windmill
Shack.
Espresso.
We had a Windmill Espresso
So,
kickoff. That's what it.
Yeah, and we had a Vic's Burger Shack sack.
Vic's
And
Burger
you
Shack
know what?
sack
And if-
and a
with-
Windmill Espresso
and
kickoff.
and don't forget about Rico's Pizza and Gold Bar.
Oh, our neck of the woods. Hand off on the left side. And Hardwick still on his feet and dropped after a short gain.
Well, we got to do. First down has been really hard on us.
Yeah, put you in that long second,
Yeah.
second long situation. It really limits your options. If you're looking at a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7, it really kind of forces your hand.
I'm gonna make a prediction.
Uh-oh. Hang on, fan.
If the Turks are able to go into the fourth quarter without having had to pass, we'll be within 10 points.
Okay. That's an interesting prediction.
I don't want us to pass.
No passing.
Nope. But we may be in a spot where we may have to. And we have Kobe Keeler is he's a good pass catching guy. He's got good hands. Well, I would say Sailor around the other end here.
And in motion. And hand off on the right side and dropped for a loss.
I was
Sailor on the carry.
I saw the formation and I called the play.
But the result was not what you were hoping.
Yeah.
The result was not good.
Hashtag. That's the play I wanted him to run.
That's what I wanted, but it just didn't quite turn out how you would like.
Well, we're up to 30.
Oh my gosh, we are going to break the internet tonight.
Adventures in punt. Well, let's see what happens.
Is this Adventures in Punting?
Caden
Oh,
Hardwick.
hey, that was good. That works.
Practice has paid off. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think that they may have spent some time this past couple of weeks working on.
But that was only a 20-yard punt.
All right, so the Knights are going to get it with excellent field position. First and 10 for the Knights at their own 47-yard line. Pitch on the right side. Got some good lead blocking ahead of him and squeaks out a gain of about 5 yards.
They're really not running the ball up the middle. And they probably could if they wanted to. But I'd be stretching my linemen out a little more.
I think this right here, to me, Brian, just has the feeling like this is a really big drive. Turks need to have a stop, keep this game close, and not let it get to a two-score
Well, we have 1
game.
second left to go here in the first period.
Yes, we do. So one last play, and we'll switch sides and do it one more time.
And I want to, after this play,
Back to pass. Going deep.
Oh,
has a
no.
man open, but he underthrows him. And Turks dodge a bullet there. And it's the end of one with the score. Sultan 7,
Yep.
Kings 14.
and
We want to recognize some of our fine sponsors here on TurkPride.tv.
well, we have a lot of great fine sponsors
Well, let's
here,
go
on,
for it.
here on TurkPride.tv.
Go for it.
We've got Windmill Espresso.
Yes, we do.
Can't miss it. It's on the east end of town. It's underneath a big windmill.
It's on the
Right across the street, we have Vic's Burger Shack.
and Dave Moon and or his family or his lovely wife, the lovely intelligent gentleman. I see them there like every day.
Don't forget our
Every day.
Turk fan club, which run the concession stand here.
They run a great concession stand. They got, the variety of stuff they have down there is fantastic.
They
They got everything.
They do
They
a
got
great job
everything.
running that down there.
And the nice thing is, no calories. None of
Yep.
the food has any calories.
And hey, do you ever have any problems with your computer at home?
Fortunately, well, it's interesting. My wife has a laptop that's having some issues that I might need to take into this gentleman that you're going to mention right now.
PC Rescue 911?
Yeah, it isn't a rescue situation. It's just kind of getting a little tired. It needs
Yeah,
some
well,
help.
you know what? and he can help you through that. He can do it from home. He can do it. He can log on from his computer and help you figure it out, or he can come visit you. This is Bob Beeman, who Diamond Dave Moon recommends.
It is, and Diamond Dave Moon. If Diamond Dave Moon reaches out to somebody for help, that he must be really good.
And it wouldn't be a Friday night football game with you and I if we didn't reach out to Rico's Pizza and say, where is our Turk Pride Pie?
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're back to action here. Start of the second, and handoff up the right side, breaks past the original line of scrimmage, and chugs out a nice gain there, and it's going to move the sticks for the Knights.
You got to admit, that's pretty good with the sponsors, considering I don't have a sheet in front of me.
That is pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, we didn't. We apologize. We don't want to be sure we don't miss anyone. Well, here we got the. Oh, here it is.
There,
it's hiding.
It's hiding.
It's hiding under your pile of papers.
Hid.
No. Don't be blaming me.
I want everybody to know that he hid the
It's
sponsor
my
sheet
fault.
from
Yeah,
me.
it's my fault. Sure.
He wanted to see if I could do it from memory.
1st and 10 for the Knights from the Turk 38-yard line. Pitch to the left. Got some lead blockers. Going to turn it up the middle, go back over to the right side, and tripped up short of the first.
So
Royce Coleman on the carry.
So have you ever, when you're leaving the house in Gold Bar and you drive by the Mountain View Diner on a Sunday morning, what do you see?
Traffic
and lots of cars parked out there, because
Yes.
I tell you what, the Mountain View Diner in Gold Bar is one of the best places to get breakfast on all of Highway 2.
Breakfast is awesome, and I believe it's Wednesday nights is burger night also too.
Burger night, 2 for 1?
Well, you buy one, get one half price.
Get one half off.
Yeah, buy one regular price, get one half price.
Montreal burger
The
for
Montreal
the win.
burger or the is really, really good.
And they make all their own desserts. Yum.
Yeah. All right, back to action. Coleman breaks a couple of tackles and goes over for a first down. It's going to move the sticks for the Knights.
And hey, let's not forget Everett Community College, East County campus. Here's a message for you next year's juniors and seniors and their parents. Have you thought about Running Start? Did you know you could take college classes tuition free at Everett Community College East Campus in Monroe? You might see Sultan student Grace Elliott there. The campus is close to home and she loves it, her classes and teachers. Learn more about Running Start and EVC's East County campus at everettcc.edu/East County to learn more, or just ask Grace.
That's great. All right. We are back to action here. 1st and 10 from the Turks 21. Handoff up the middle. Breaks the tackle. Still is just pulling this. And knocked him back. A host of Turk tacklers there. And it looks like that's going to be just maybe a half a yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 9.5 for the Knights.
Hey, Turk fans, have you seen our TurkPride.tv bleacher seats at a volleyball game? Boy, do they look great. We asked our friend Elizabeth at Embroidery for the Soul to embroider the TurkPride.tv logo onto the back of the seats, and all I can say is, wow. We have finally made it to the big leagues. Do you have an embroidery project? Maybe you always want to get your name on your favorite jacket or matching hats for all your employees. Embroideryforthesoul.com for more information.
Maybe they can embroider like your face on the back of their shirt or something.
I just
like
want
that.
somebody to make me a shirt that says hashtag Turks First.
Hashtag Turks First. That's
I swear I could,
Lord Brian Atkins.
if I had some of those at the table with me during a wrestling tournament, I bet you I could make us some money.
Make some money. Now there you go. That's a project there that maybe the Tech Club can undertake. Shotgun formation, back, throw, wide. Oh, it was wide open, but he underthrew the ball and it falls incomplete. So Brian, like we talked, like you had, said, that's there. Those throws in the flap are just wide open.
Yeah.
I mean, they are wide.
Well, when you're
open.
given you have to pick your poison. We have a young corner, and then
Keeping the DBs back.
it's best to keep it in front of you.
Yep. They're gonna.
And
They're gonna give up that.
and I would rather they throw than they run right now. And the reason that is because as the game progresses, your defensive linemen wear out.
They do.
But they're going to throw the ball here, and they're going to go to the left part of the end zone here.
Oh no, it's a pitch
no.
to the
Oh,
right.
wow.
Number 44
Well,
cuts back, and he's going to
Well,
be
there's
very
a,
close
there's
to
a
first
reason
down.
I'm in the booth with you and not down there coaching. So
Yes. It's a reason we're both up here in the booth. Very close. Depends on the spot. Third down. Third and, yeah, fourth and just about a foot or so. I would imagine they will go here. All right, we do have an update on the other conference game going on tonight
Well,
between
they're
South
going
Whitby
to-
and Granite Falls. South Whitby scores again. They lead now 14-0 over the Tigers.
So it's fourth and a half a football.
Yeah. It's going to be a sneak and easily makes it, still on his feet, getting close to the goal line, and he's in. So what was going to be a 4th and inches turns into a touchdown for the Knights. And Teeter with the carry and the score. So that's going to temporarily make it 20-7 Kings.
While we wait for the extra point, we want to recognize our supporting partners from Cascade Athletics, home of everything for North Sound Conference Athletics. Monroe Fireplace, Yofrit Frozen Yogurt, Northwest Propane, East Teak Hardwoods, Monroe Family Dentistry, and Home Smart One, Best Broker Network. That's one of our new ones this year.
PAT is up and good, and that's going to make it 20. And that makes it 21-7 Kings.
Well, and speaking of North Sound Athletics, North Sound Athletics is your one-stop source of all WIA athletic scores and statistics. Be sure to stop by their website and browse their game picture catalog. It's updated daily with all the games happening across the state.
All right.
So speaking of the WIAA, what do you think about the fact that we are doing our football championships not in the Tacoma Dome anymore?
I know. I heard about that they're moving it around 3 different sites. Is
Three
that around?
different sites.
I didn't hear what were the final selections of the sites.
I was looking. I mean,
I think there's 2 in Tacoma. Is
there's
that correct?
two. Well, two were in Tacoma. I think
One's
one
like
was at
Mount Tahoma, or at Lincoln Bowl or something like that.
Yeah, and so because the Tacoma Dome and raised the price for us, the rent there.
Raise the rent.
and that's all I can say is that's probably what happened. I think we're still going to have the Matt Classic there, but we also have the.
They got to pay for the new renovations that they just
Yeah,
did. The new remodel. They got to pay for the remodel.
We also have the we'll talk about that here.
Yeah, that'll be
breaking the action a little bit.
Yep. We'll continue that talk here in just a moment. Kickoff, and that one's not going to go the prescribed 10 yards.
Well, with 8:10 left to go.
I just don't understand. I guess I don't understand that their onside kick is like their standard kick. They have yet attempted to kick away.
Well, you know what?
They're leading 21 to
their
7.
kicker, you're onside kicking at a 21-7. I get it.
But anyway, back to the football championships. Now, I'm going to date myself here a bit, but I remember as a young man going to the King Bowl.
Yeah,
when the Kingdom was here, and it was an all-day affair from the B8s all the way to the 4A.
I had a guy whose last name, believe it or not, was Larry. His name was Larry Worthy, and I went to church with him, and he had all daughters. Okay, and every year he would pick up
like
the phone.
His adopted son.
He would take me. It must have been 10 years in a row.
Yeah.
We went to every single game of the King Bowl every single time until I hit high school.
Hand off on the right side. Oh, a handful of jersey breaks free. Still on his feet.
Oh, look at that!
Pushing the
Willie
pile.
Bennett!
Oh, nice job by Mr. Bennett.
Willie Battering Ram Bennett. That's our quarterback doing that.
Willie, I left my heart in San Francisco Bennett. Right?
No, that's Willie Battering Ram on that one.
All right. So, yes, the King Bowl. I have fond memories of going and spending the entire day from like 9 a.m. to like 9 p.m.
Absolutely.
or 10 p.m. Sitting there on those uncomfortable plastic chairs at the King Bowl.
He would feed me. I mean, I was this 8, 9, 10-year-old kid, and he would feed me all day long. Great memory.
Hand off to the right, stringing it out. Oh, and tackled for a loss.
So I wonder if we've made some kind of well, we lost a yard there. 7:02 left to go. All 28 people of you. Oh no.
And it'll be fourth on that incompletion.
I didn't want us to pass.
You thought, yeah, see, now your prediction has gone out the window because they passed.
And it came to pass.
And it came to pass.
That's in the Bible.
It is.
And it came to pass.
And it came to pass.
They talk about football in the Bible.
That they threw, yes, that they threw a pass. And it came to pass. All right, 4th and 5. They're going to go for it from the 39-yard line. Keeper, he's going to make it.
Willie battering ram Bennett.
Willie Bennett, first down. Nice aggressive run by that young man to keep this drive alive for the hometown Turks.
Well, we got Caden Hardyards coming back in, so it's time to give him the ball. As Hunter Jones leads the game.
Hunter Jones. Approaching the 6-minute mark here in the second quarter. Turks trailing 21-7 versus the visiting Knights from Kings High School. And Bennett up and overthrown. Incomplete.
Don't do that.
So we're heading headlong into November. You're just around the corner.
You know what that means, right?
That means winter sports.
Winter sports just around the corner. We were just talking to the girls basketball coach here in our booth before the game, and getting insights into the next season. I'm excited for that, and
I understand that yes. Now I understand Mr. Bennett under center, handoff up the middle. Hardwick and stop for a short game. I understand that unfortunately your schedule's not going to permit you to participate in too many basketball contests this winter. But you'll begin doing the wrestling.
But I'll be all in on the wrestling, and then I'll be able to do all the Saturday games that we have for basketball. So
all right. So I have a feeling it'll be myself and the lovely and talented Jen Moon on a number of those broadcasts. I look forward to doing some broadcasting with Jen coming up here for the winter season.
Well, she's just really, really good.
She is really good.
Yeah, she does the volleyball now, and she does a great job. Hard yards,
and grinding out.
Well, 5 minutes to go. Yeah, well, you have to go for it here.
4th and 5. 5 minutes to go, and yeah, this is definitely
and
gotta go for it situation.
We gained a subscription.
Oh, a new subscriber?
Yes, we did.
Wow, very nice. 29 here joining us on the broadcast. We do appreciate you spending time here with us on a Friday night on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Hand off to Hardwick. And
I think
he's going to get it.
He's going to get it by a yard.
Just
Caden Hardyards with the first down.
Just first down. All right, so nice running there by Mr. Hardwick, and keeps the sticks moving, and Turk with the ball. Got a nice little drive going on here. We got to see this matriculate into 7 points, though. the Turks, if they could get, Brian, I think if they could go into the locker room down only by 7, I think they're in a good place.
Well, and I think they need to use the whole clock before they get there.
Right. They're chewing up the clock, running the ball a lot.
But what is the answer to stop King's run game? What is the answer?
Headed back to pass, tucks and keeps and surges forward for short game.
Well, 3:45. We still have 2 timeouts left, so we should be good there. But you're gonna have to put a little more. With 3 minutes to go, we're gonna have to go a little bit faster. What would you do here?
What would you do?
I don't want to do another 4th down play.
2 and 7, 2nd and 7.
So I can just see by the way that Hard Yards is lining up that he's going to get the ball here.
Quarterback under center. Ooh, and that was stuffed right at the line of scrimmage there. Yeah, that one didn't work. Coach, that play didn't work so well. Let's not try that one again.
I didn't say it was I just said that's where the ball's going.
That's right.
All right, looks like we have some kind of a. Well, at 3rd down, I mean, naked boot.
Could be. We're a little quiet on the chat board there tonight. We haven't heard from too many of you, so feel free if you have something you'd like to say.
I know we've got Jill Forthman and Doug Dalton out there.
Don't be shy. Give it a try. You might have fun before you are done. Hand off to the right, stringing it out and forced out of bounds.
He's going to be short.
Going to be short, and it's going to bring up.
Not a lot gained on that.
A lot of running for not a lot of gain. So we ran about 20 yards to gain 1.
That's what it seems like.
Fourth and 7. So the Turks find themselves again in another long 4th down situation. They were able to convert last time that they were at 4th and 5, and now the 4th and 7.
Well,
this time
he's got the passing package out there, and I would bet you he might be throwing it to Saylor on the right.
I would think it's a pass.
There's going to be a blitz on this.
Oh, and he had it but dropped it. So that's going to turn the ball over on downs back to the Knights.
It's almost like I'm in the huddle.
It is. It's kind of scary. Checking other action in North Sound Conference. The score remains South Whitby and Granite Falls 14-0 Falcons ahead of the Tigers.
So, well, we've got 2 minutes and 12 seconds on the turnover on downs.
Stop pretty much, just very small gain of about a yard.
Hurry up offense with 2 minutes to go.
And nice defense there by the Turks. So
none other than Ty Wagner.
That's right. Nice coverage by Wagner there, was able to drop the receiver immediately upon the reception.
His winter sport is basketball.
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 Caught cleanly and out of bounds after a nice gain by the Knights. Going to move the sticks. Forced out at about the 41 of Kings. 1st and 10.
As they move the chains, I'd like to thank our chain gang for their efforts tonight. Misters Dave Cotterill, Matt Cotterill, Dave Cutler, and Larry Keeler. Thanks, guys.
I remember when I used to go around with the JV team, I would show up at all the opposing fields, for the JV games. And somehow or another, I always wound up on the chain gang, even though I wasn't from that school.
Caught by number 44.
That was a good play.
Oh, he's got some room. He's got 2 men to beat. And still on its feet.
Hunter Jones catches him.
Hunter Jones gets saving tackle there.
Boy, what a screen that was.
And it looks like we've got a penalty for a late hit out of bounds. Yeah, that was.
Did he get Hunter Jones for a late hit?
That's what that yellow hanky down there is. But that one I'm not so sure about. We're going to watch the replay here. And runner making his way. Oh,
that's a late hit. Yeah, that's a legitimate call.
The second one was. First one was not, but the second one was.
Mark that down on your calendar. I agreed.
Oh my gosh, that is, folks. Seriously, write that one down on your calendar. Brian Atkinson agreeing with the officiating staff.
Hashtag Turks first.
Hashtag Turks first. I heard you're on the Snohomish County Officials Association Christmas card list, though, that you're one of their favorite broadcasters.
I get a lump of coal every year.
Your favorite broadcasters.
I get a lump of coal. I get a lump of coal. I appreciate the officials and the job that they do.
It's a pretty thankless job, I do admit. Hand off up the middle. Still on his feet, stumbling, fumbling, bumbling.
I actually work with one of the Snohomish County baseball officials who does a lot of the Sultan games.
Interesting.
And we were talking about the times I argued with him.
And he doesn't take it out against us,
no,
does he? Because
no.
if you're knowing him? Okay.
Yeah.
Don't make it any harder.
He's mentioned doing a couple of the JV games that I was coaching. And
all right, 41 seconds. Clock continues to run. Handoff inside and touchdown for the Knights. So that's going to take it to 27-7 with the ensuing PAT.
I tell you, the Turks just giving that ball up down there was, with 2 minutes to go, that's just what we didn't want to see.
That's tough, yeah, to go from threatening at one end to turning the ball over on downs and then having them go down and convert and now extend their lead to 21 points.
So Dave's up there rubbing it in that volleyball had more people watching last night. Well, I want everybody to know that the Lady Turks swept Granite in volleyball this year. And they are going to districts for the first time in how long?
A long time. So 35 seconds remaining here before half. And Brian, I hope you understand this, but it's 28-7, but we're going into halftime. I almost had the feeling like I expected it even to be, there was just, I think to have it this close really, because Kings has really kind of been able to do
well.
much
The main thing for
the
main things for the Turks was just they had to execute on offense and stay above the chains and keep running the ball.
Yeah.
I mean that's why I said I didn't want to start passing it. We had,
but they did throw a pass.
They threw 3 passes. They threw 3 passes and I'm not saying they can't pass because they have and they've done very well in the passing game for a few games, but the purpose here was to shorten the game as much as possible.
Right. All right. It's going to be an ensuing kickoff here.
But no, Ty Wagner's going to get this one. He's going to take it all. No, he's got another fair catch.
And fair caught by the Turks.
So you fair catch it with with 35 seconds to go, and Hunter Jones with the fair catch. Hunter Jones.
So Brian, tough. Hopefully, it'll be a better weekend for the Huskies this week after that heartbreaking loss to Oregon last week, because they're playing BYE this week. So hopefully that'll go well.
Yeah, well, they're guaranteed not to lose, but they're also guaranteed not to win.
Yeah, that's correct. And then the Seahawks actually took it on the chin against a really good Ravens team last week.
Their 2 losses are against 2 of the best teams in the NFL right now. I mean, New Orleans is one of the best, if not the best team in the NFC right now.
They will be. That's without Drew Brees.
That's without Drew Brees, with Bridgewater filling in, and Brees should be coming back in a couple of weeks.
And that is a good Ravens team that is going to be make a deep run into the playoffs.
And makes a completion, still on his feet, and hit and knocked out of bounds. Saylor with a nice reception.
Well,
moves it out to the 50.
Oh, well.
And we've got a new quarterback in, Tyler Sargent, number 15.
He's coming in. He's
Completed his
sophomore,
first
I
month.
believe. He's had some. He played last
So
year.
his second season within the program here, played as a freshman. And getting stops, throws, interception. And player for the Knights drops to the ground quickly.
Well, it was
17 seconds. remaining.
you had to start pushing that a little bit.
No, I don't
I have
see
zero problems with
nothing wrong with that at all. With 17 seconds
that.
remaining.
17 seconds to go. You got to get out there. You got to go for it.
And I think Kings will probably just take a knee here and go into the halftime with that 21-point lead. All right, they come up to the line. Led there by number 12, Hayden Teeter. Teeter back to pass, actually. Wide open. Player still on his feet. Got one man to beat. Still on his feet and out of bounds.
And it stops the clock at 5 seconds, and they're going to call a timeout.
Still in bounds, but they're going to call a timeout. Wow. 4 seconds remaining. What do you think, Brian? Do you kick a field goal right here?
Yeah, I think they're sending their kicker out. I watched him in warmups, and he was good from 45.
Well, this would be a chip shot then if he was hitting him from 45, but 4 seconds remaining. Wow. Way to strike quick. I take that back. They had no interest in taking a knee there and going into the locker room. They're looking for more. And we're going to have our first field goal attempt here. Timeout Kings. 4 seconds remaining on the clock, leading 28-7 with a field goal opportunity upcoming. So we're back. We're talking about the Seahawks. So interesting, you've got, and these situations pop themselves up where you get starting quarterback gets hurt, backup quarterback comes in, team has fantastic success, then all of a sudden the starting quarterback gets healthy, and then it's like decision time, Drew Brees, a future Hall of Famer. Bridgewater has done an excellent job, though, during the time that he's been filling in. What do you do?
You put Drew Brees. Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer. It's his job.
Right.
It's his job. Now, Bridgewater's done a great job. Bridgewater's healthy. Bridgewater's a good quarterback, and he's a starter on almost any other team, except for Green Bay, Seattle, and New Orleans.
Kick is up and good.
It's wide.
No good.
It's wide right.
I apologize. Looked good, but wide right.
All right.
And that is halftime.
Which means
Turks trailing 28-7.
Which means we're going to go to the halftime. We're going to let you guys enjoy the halftime show.
The halftime show from the award-winning
Sultan Turk
marching band. I believe they're doing songs from Panic at the Disco. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Panic at the Disco. Renditions and covers of their.
And we will see
music
everybody
catalog.
back in 15 minutes, and we'll bring you the second half of action here on TurkPride.tv.
See you soon. right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We hope you enjoyed the halftime entertainment, courtesy of the Sultan High School Marching Band under the direction of Ms. Jill Sumter, doing selections from Panic at the Disco. All right, Brian, so we look back, we're staring ourselves at a 28-7 deficit. And, you know, I hate to say it, but it could have been worse.
No, well, yeah, but it could have been better too.
It could have
Turks
been
just
better.
did an onside kick.
Yeah. Oh, almost trying to pull one out of the Knights playbook there, huh?
You know what? Why not? I had zero problems with that decision to do that there.
So, you know, it'll be interesting to see how this second half. But the Knights have shown that they are able to strike quickly, and the Turks have had to play pretty soft just because they're not wanting to give up that big play, and because of that, that's given the Knights ample opportunities both to run and to pass. And they get some great field position starting at the mid-field stripe. 1st and 10, Kings.
Gee, I wonder what they're going to do.
And off to the hello.
Hello, Mr. Ganich. Ganich says, not today.
That is correct, Christopher Ganich. That is awesome. That's how you stuff the run right there.
We have some comments from Rachel Gossett, Go Band, Magic Mom 101, great job band, and then of course Rachel Gossett, thanks for the close-up, TurkPride.tv. You guys are the best. Yes, our Turk Pride Tech Club is very good, and I want to mention that I push really hard for the band to get recognition and get those close-ups.
I agree, and I understand that, you know, we were a little short on camera people tonight too, so maybe some of the angles that you've gotten used to we just weren't able to provide because we've been a little short on staff this evening, so we do apologize for that. Back to pass for the Knights, crossing pattern, and falls in.
Well, speaking of help, you know,
I
need somebody help, not just anybody.
No, we need to stop. That's bad. That's really bad. Sorry. We would like to apologize for the last 10 seconds of your time.
So your supporting partners, it's easier than you think to be a sponsor. Only $150 per year. Yep, that's right. Every season, every sport for just $150. TurkPride.tv will even make you a commercial, or you can have me make one up for you like I do every game.
There you go. Quarterback keeper of the right side breaks through the first line of defense.
He is a sophomore.
And stopped short of the first down. It's gonna bring up 4th and about 2-ish. Yeah, it is going to bring up 4th and about 1. 4th and 1. So I have a feeling they'll probably go for it here.
I hope they stop them here.
So Brian, let's put this to rest. So the sponsorships that people do at TurkPride.tv, this does go directly to your contract. Is that right?
No, I have no contract.
Oh, okay. There was some rumor that the money just went into your high price contract, but maybe not. That could have been just an ugly rumor.
I do have a dream of doing this full time and getting sponsors and being able to pay myself with sponsors, but stop him. They're going to stop him.
They're going to.
Oh, no, he's going to make it.
Oh, he made it. Just through pure dedication and grit makes it enough for a first down. No, I give you a hard time. Here on TurkPride.tv, we are all volunteers. We do this because we love to do this and be part of helping kids,
well,
give them opportunities.
Toot my own horn. I take vacation days to be here.
Wow. No, I can't say that, but you have a weird shift to your job.
I
Evening,
do.
You're like
I
a
do.
swing shifter, right?
I work the evening to early morning shift. And
I got a regular 9-to-5er. Back to pass. Toxin runs, breaks through, and he's got one man to beat. Still on his feet and out of bounds.
I want to give
inside
some
the 10.
credit to Mr. Lindsey Kendall there. 5'7", 130 pounds, and he is somehow able to slow that down
and fight his way through that block.
against the 5'11", 155-pound Hayden Teeter. That's some good stuff there.
Yeah, he held his ground, was able to force the runner out of bounds and save what looked to be a touchdown. And they're now inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal for the Knights. Checking other scores here in the conference, still halftime. South Whitby 14, Granite
Well,
Falls nothing.
that South Woodby Kings game next week is going to be something else.
That could be a good one. Pitch to the right, number 24. Breaks past the first one, still on his feet. Heading for the pylon, and it's going to be just short.
That's going to be a hold.
That would be the place for it. Now, I will say that it's been a pretty clean game. Not a lot of penalties tonight. I think that's only maybe the second or third penalty flag that we've seen the entire evening. So it's 28. We appreciate the 28 of you that are spending time here with us this evening on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics.
Back in 2006, when Bothell made its run to the state championship, they lost to Oak Harbor 21-14. I would sit in the stands, but I would see all of what penalties were there, and all the parents would sit around me, and my wife would ask me, "Well, what's this? What call? What did you see?" Well, the other parents started picking up on that I was seeing everything that was going on, and I knew all the rules, and they were starting to ask me, "What penalty is that? What penalty is that?" I had different moms and dads all over this game.
You're like clairvoyant.
It was like, oh my goodness, you should do this for a living. I'm like, well, yeah.
Oh, another penalty flag.
That's offsides on the Turks.
And
so
okay, preliminary indication is a touchdown, but we do have a flag on the play.
Well, let me see what we got
So
here.
we'll see if
I
that's
think
against the
I
Turks.
think the
Decline
Turks.
that, and it'll be
Well, if it was an offensive procedure penalty, they would have started.
illegal formation against the Knights.
Oh wow, okay.
Caught a break there. All right.
No, there's no false start there. Yeah.
All right, that's going to make it 1st and 21. First and goal from the 21 for the Knights. So, been able to move the ball very effectively, and now all of a sudden they've got a couple penalties have stalled this drive.
Doug Dalton says the band's version of Zoot Suit Riot is better than the original artists. Well, we're quite proud of our band here at Sultan High School.
That's right.
We're going man to man here.
Back to pass, pressure, screen pass, or attempted screen pass. Oh, we got another flag.
Jeremy John just.
I think I jinxed us by saying there's been a pretty clean game. We've had like 3 penalties.
I won't agree with this call, whatever it is.
The referee's getting,
I
3 plays in a row. It's like, come on, man.
He waved the flag off. Yeah, because there wasn't pass interference there. Good job, JJ.
All right. 2nd and goal from the 21. 2nd and goal from the 21. You don't hear that very often. 2nd and goal from the 21-yard line. We do want to thank again and recognize the Tech Club that brings you this broadcast. Without the efforts of all the students that are involved and their mentor, executive producer Diamond Dave Moon, we wouldn't be here tonight. Back to pass. Over the middle, intercepted.
Sailor, come sail away. Come sail away.
That's right.
Come sail away with me, lad.
Sailor, nice interception right on the goal line. And stymies the drive. Oh. Oh boy. So.
Oh, you don't get to bring it out to the 20?
Oh. So he fell into the end zone, so it's going to be out at the 1. The Turks are going to take over on the 1-yard line. So on one hand, great to have the ball stop them from scoring, but now you put yourself in a really, really tough spot.
Yeah.
Really, really tough spot. 1st and 10 from the 1. That's another field position you don't hear very often. 1st and 10 from the 1. From your own 1. Not from the opponent's 1, but from your own 1. We have an update in the Granite Falls South Whitby. South Whitby now 21-0 over the Tigers from Granite Falls. Hand off the middle. Oh, still on his feet. Still on his feet.
Run.
Yeah, nice run. Yeah, couldn't really make out the number of that player, but nice run there. 2nd and 2 from the 8.
I would keep running it here. It's going to be maybe a half yard. Aiden Fleming of all the state runner-up in wrestling last year. Of course, with our Turk team, we had 2 or 3 of those last year.
Another score in the North Sound Conference tonight. Cedar Park Eagles taking on Nathan Hale, and they're leading 14-0 here at halftime. We've got like a scrum out there in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it's going to be no gain. So
Bodies flying it. We're 3rd. Fourth and 1. So thinking got to try adventures in punting here.
No, I think they're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it? All right.
I think, you know what? You got to go for it.
I think just the fact that you're down by 3 touchdowns, general consensus would say you wouldn't go for it.
They would have scored, you know what? They would have
own.
scored a touchdown if you didn't intercept the ball here. So,
and he made it.
You're not really, I mean,
there we go.
that's something you do in Madden. You go for it on 4th and 1 at your own 10-yard line, you know. So,
because there's no repercussions.
well, there is. You can still lose the game if you don't play smart.
That's true. All right, 1st and 10 now. Moves the sticks for the Turks.
I have gotten my ranking up to the top 9,000 in the world.
Really?
Unfortunately, it's last year's version.
Hand off. Fleming. Second and 7 after the game.
How many times have we said Aiden Fleming gained 3 yards in this season? I mean,
Yeah.
he's consistent.
Yeah.
Consistently 3-4 yards.
And that's what you're looking for. If you can consistently get 3 to 4 yards, you'll keep getting first downs.
I'll take the 4 every time. Because on 3rd down, that means you're getting first down.
That's correct. 4 yards is all it takes. Quarterback keeper and short game. Bennett short game. 3rd about 6 for the Turks. So Turks keep putting themselves in kind of long 3rd down situations.
Well, look at that. We have gained some subscribers. We are now at 572 subscribers.
That's 5 in just like the last 15 minutes.
We were at 567, and now
I told you we're going to break the internet tonight.
Yeah, I tell you, thank you so much, everybody.
Yes, thank you. We do appreciate you subscribing here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Bennett back to pass. Over in the flat. Catch is made.
That's good for a
Sailor.
Sail away.
Sailor's had a nice game tonight. He's played well.
Yeah.
Ooh, and a personal foul, roughing the passer on the Knights.
Well, I haven't even thought about who's going to be our TurkPride.tv player of the game yet
Well,
today.
you better start thinking. We're 4 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the 3rd.
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of time, but, you know.
Can I give it to the band?
No, not the band.
Sorry.
Well, I know Cody Deason's been playing a well of a game too.
Yes.
So it's Saylor.
I think that's, so far, clubhouse kind of leader for me so far.
That's Cody Deason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, there's just nobody for me right now that's just heads and tails above everybody else. It's been a good team effort tonight as far as they've spread it around. Bennett's had a good game. I mean, Bennett's played well also too.
Yes. Well, he's played. He has done what they've asked him to do all season long.
Right.
Once again, that senior leader gets pushed into being the quarterback at the last minute.
Yep.
And next year it'll be Tyler Sargent's team, and will be a different kind of offense next year.
More of a drop back passer, and I think you'll see more of an emphasis on throwing the ball next year with Sargent coming up.
I got a false start over here. Legal procedure. Well, that's not good. Well, I want to run the ball here. I don't want to throw here.
You personally, you going to go down there and run, hand the ball off to you?
Do you think they could tackle me?
I don't know.
I think they could.
They probably
I'd probably
could, yeah.
just breathe on me. I'd probably fall over.
Drop back and breaks through and still on its feet. Nice little gain there.
Keeper up the middle.
Bennett for a big gain.
Brings it back to where.
Third and 3, I would say.
That's a plan. That's a planned keeper.
It is.
It's getting them to. You send the receivers long and wide, and then you get the rush, and then you step up into the pocket and take off.
Yep. Get that pressure comes past you, and then you're able to run right up the middle and have some good space to make some yards. 3rd and 4 for the Terps, just past the half mid-yard stripe. Still on his feet, first down. Ian Fleming.
Told you, 3-4 yards. Mr. Consistency out there.
Fleming, nice job.
He's been everywhere on defense. He's been consistent on offense. We might have a TurkPride.tv leader here.
Fleming, like I said, Fleming, Bennett, Saylor. I think there's been a cast of characters.
And while we normally don't take into account the seniors versus others, and we normally don't take into account who's won it before and who hasn't.
Right. That to me really doesn't play into it. I try to keep every game as its own individual performance, and
Saylor with a reception. Gain 3 yards, 2 yards, the second and 8.
2nd and 8 for the Turks. 29 of you joining us here right now on TurkPride.tv. We do appreciate you spending your evening here with us on your home for all things Sultan Athletics, TurkPride.tv. So the pace of this half, Brian's definitely been a little slower than what we saw in the first half. Both teams a little bit more deliberate in their drives and tackles after no gain for Saylor.
I wonder what he's going to do after he graduates.
He's going to Disneyland.
I wonder if he's going to join the Navy and be a sailor.
Could be.
Yeah.
In the Navy.
I want to see a quarterback keeper again. Of course, watch that be the wrong play.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Yeah, don't jinx them, Brian.
Don't forget, when we won in overtime against Granite a couple years, I didn't want to run the play they ran. They wanted. Oh, hard. Caden, hard yards.
Oh, but he fumbles. And there's a scramble. Hardwick lost the ball. There was a scramble.
Well,
and it's a turnover to the
boy.
Knights. Oh, that's too bad. So what was a good drive as they were marching down the field. Hardwick loses the handle on the ball, fumbles it forward, and the Knights recover. Ah, that's heartbreaking right there.
Oh, my. That's too bad.
Oh, my.
My, oh, my, oh, my.
Brian, in your immortal words, the team that has the most points will probably win, right?
That's a Ron Fairleyism.
That's a Ron Fairleyism right there, boy.
That's a fair statement. It's
That's
a fairly good statement.
Good statement.
That's a fairly good statement.
Yeah, it is. And right now, that is the Knights. Here, as we're approaching the end of the third. Ooh, nice stuff there. The line of scrimmage by
That's
the Terps.
Mr. Ganich again.
Ganich, a couple of
That
nice plays. He had a sack earlier. Which
Well, you know, Ganich has played very, very well today.
Are you adding him to the mix?
I'm
too?
adding him to the,
Adding him to the mix.
You know, I'm adding them all to the mix
You're
right
adding
now.
all to the mix. Everybody's in the mix.
Bro.
Oh, that was Honnold, our mistake. We thank you, Coach Reilly, for the correction on that. Update in the Granite Falls South Whidbey game turned into a pretty one-sided affair. South Whidbey, the Falcons 28, Granite Falls Tigers nothing. And looking at the other game affecting North Sound opponents, Cedar Park Christian 14, Nathan Hale nothing.
And they're playing at Memorial Stadium, I believe, aren't they?
I believe so.
Oh,
Wait,
well,
I don't know how you tell here.
oh, they're probably playing at the North Complex by Nathan Hale, probably.
14-0 Cedar Park ahead of Nathan Hale, and 28-0 South Whidbey has things well in hand against the Granite Falls Tigers.
Where do you find these producers to get you all this information during the game, Dan?
It's called a smartphone. You know, you just open up a couple browsers and you just sit there and just kind of do it yourself, man. And then I do borrow little tidbits from Coach Reilly. I hear him down. He's two doors down here to the left, and occasionally we'll borrow some of his great spots and things that he gets to help out our PA announcer, Miss Fuller. Pitch to the right, jukes, and knocked out of bounds.
Nice job. Come sail away.
Come sail away. Come sail away with me, love. Made our way now to the fourth quarter. 11:30 remaining. Turks still trailing 28-7 against the visiting Knights from Kings High School. For those of you that don't know, Kings High School is located in North Seattle in the Shoreline area. And still on his feet. Ooh, Teeter, nice run there. And he's going to get a first down, move the sticks. Look at that, 572 loyal subscribers here on TurkPride.tv. We appreciate you making that commitment and being a subscriber.
I'm gonna refresh one more time. Maybe
You
we
think
got
there's more?
There might be more.
There might be more. That's awesome.
Oh, 573. We have now. We have
31 people watching.
We have now tied volleyball. Thank you everybody for hitting that subscribe button. We at TurkPride.tv. Thank you.
And sweep to the left. Stops, jukes, and knocked
To
out
the
of
left,
bounds.
to the left.
to the left, to the left.
I'm glad because we would have never heard the end of it from volleyball if we hadn't have got as many subscribers as they did tonight.
Yeah, our volleyball announcers, they like to tell us that, that they get more subscribers than we do.
The lovely and talented Jen Moon. You know, I have to broadcast with her here in a couple of months. Don't give her any ammunition that she can rub it into. You know?
And I miss you guys. I miss being able to do basketball
We
with
miss having you. Like I said, anytime you're welcome to come back.
you. Yeah.
It's only
Unfortunately,
a $5 entry fee. Anytime you want to come back.
Unfortunately, I have that thing called a JOB.
Oh, come on. Forget that. Forget that. You got plenty. You seem like you're a little you're feeling a little under the weather there, aren't you, Brian?
Yeah.
All right. Pass over in the flat. Underthrown. Incomplete.
I told you. You know what? It's been open all day. But it's learning, you know, and if he's going to be their quarterback next year, he's going to need to start making those.
Yep. Now, we have not touched on one of my kind of pet peeves is the difference between private high school versus public high school. And really kind of, I think, in some ways, an inherent inequity between private school and public school.
Well, I thought you had to have money to send your kid to a private school.
You do. But that's not what I'm talking about. Pitch. And runner still on his feet, knocked down just short of the midfield stripe. No, just a team in a private school can really restock themselves in one season. I mean, they can turn from just a doormat into a powerhouse in one season. Where public school, you typically just don't see that. You've got kids that come through, stay in your system for 4 years, and it just change happens slowly.
Well,
change happens slowly.
You know, and you know, from talking to people that I know, Kings lost players during the season because they were losing games. The kids would quit. They would go to a different school. They'll play football next year.
Yep, that's true.
And they didn't, they can do that. They can go to they can go to a public school. They can go to another private school. And while they're not eligible to play for the rest of the season, you know, they
it's
can
kind of like a free agent.
They can still
sports,
can still practice. They can still learn what's going on.
Right. But again, I think that there's been some talk, or had been talk, but logistically just isn't going to work as far as the WIA level and having, private schools compete against private schools, different classifications for public versus private. Because I think that there is an understanding and a realization that there is some inherent disadvantage. The public school has some inherent disadvantages.
Well, I can speak.
Well, that's a halfback pass. And throws back to the quarterback and incomplete.
Well, I actually have personal experience with having somebody recruited from one of the private schools.
Really?
And while I won't give you specifics, I do have some connections to the Catholic Church.
Uh-huh.
And of course there's Archbishop Murphy and with the wrestling program. And, I was asked, hey, would you how's your job? Do you need a scholarship? And I'm like, no, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
And it didn't go very far.
Oh, first punt of the game for the Knights. Oh, nice kick. It's going to take a nice healthy bounce too, and roll down to the. Interesting. So we had a comment here from a viewer. Appreciate that, future clan. I guess the thing that I say there is that you've got a player or players that can come in very quickly from one year to the next and bring some very talented players into a private school setting, where in public school, you just don't see that change quite as rapidly. Has been my experience.
So
we'll
you're
give
talking.
We'll give some examples. Archbishop Murphy a few years ago. I mean, just had an absolutely dominant team that people didn't even want to play. I mean, they were just so good. And so, those things can happen very quickly because they have players that come into that program that weren't there the year before, and all of a sudden they turn what was a good program into an absolutely outstanding program, in 1 year's time. Nice screen pass, but then he kind of runs back right into lots of white jerseys there.
I think that from your point is from season to season, if these kids jump, the reality of it is it's easier for a kid to jump from a public school to a private school and still stay in his own home.
Or I'm saying even from within one private school to another too. Because when you're in a private school system and you have a family that has the resources and the means in which to send their child to private school, there can be some moving around or moving from a public school to a private school as well. Bennett back to pass. Oh, that's a double reverse there, and handoff up to about the 35-yard line. Third and 6 for the Turks.
Well, I am impressed. I am impressed with the turnaround that Kings has made this year.
They have. They're a program that was very dominant handful of years ago and then went through a kind of a tough spot, and then now they really have rebounded. Like I said, this year they've shown offensively that they've been able to put up 52 in 2 of their games. They've got 28 on the board right now. I think Turks are making a good showing of themselves, holding them to 28 points thus far. But when I looked just a couple of weeks ago, I thought, Kings really kind of on another down year, and they've really bounced back here in a couple of weeks, really putting a hurting on Cedar Park last week, and then leading comfortably here against the hometown Turks tonight.
And as always, you know me, I'm a homer. Go Turks.
Turks first.
Hashtag Turks first.
Fourth and 1. And quarterback keeper, and he's going to get it, I think. Depends on the spot, but I think
that's a good spot.
That's a good spot. He's going to make that. First down. We've got an update in the game between South Whitby and Granite Falls. The Tigers are on the board now, trailing the Falcons of South Whitby 28-7. All right, and let's look at the Cedar Park
So,
score.
Future Clan, would your college level player be that lineman that you've got out there? What's his name? He is Colin Hamilton is a 6'7", 280-pound lineman.
Definitely got the size.
I tell you what, I'm sure he's caught the eye of some colleges out there.
Bennett back to pass. Complete, and the flat on the right side breaks the tackle, still on his feet. That's Sailor. He loses the handle, but it looks like he recovers. Ooh. Fumble is recovered.
So, doesn't it go back to where he fumbled?
Well, not sure that he can advance the ball with his own fumble.
Well, looks like that's what they did. So
that's fine. We're not going to complain. Turks first, right?
Yeah, hashtag Turks first. Yeah, we've got 7:29 left to go.
7:29. And we hope you've enjoyed the game tonight.
I was, like I said, I was talking to some people before the game, and their kicker it goes to national training camps and stuff like that. So.
Wow. Yeah.
Who was that masked man? Ty Wagner! Ty Wagner. Boy, there's a highlight for the year right there for that young man.
So looking forward, Turks on the move here. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. 7 minutes remaining in the game. And we've got a whistle. Timeout, Kings. So again, now we're looking forward. Sultan will be playing Cedar Park next week, is that right? I think that is the next opponent.
So, Future Clan, who do you think is the clubhouse leader for Colin Hamilton. For where is he going to go to UW? I would hope he would stay home. 3.9 GPA. That's pretty good.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, that's really
athlete,
impressive.
Student athlete, very impressive.
And Collins had a well of a game today. Most of the yards has been gained over the left side, and with him out leading the charge. So
the teams are conversing on each other's sidelines here, and Turks trot back out.
And as always, we always welcome our viewers from the opposing teams, and we understand you love your kids just as much as we love ours.
Yes, we appreciate your comments and chiming in here. That's what it's all about.
And hit that subscribe
button. Back to pass. Oh, pressure. Escapes.
Throw it away.
Yeah,
throw it away.
Got to get rid of it there. He had multiple opportunities to get rid of it and just didn't. And he was able to struggle his way back and only make it a loss of about 2, but could have been much worse.
Yeah, you need to just throw that. You need to throw that out of bounds. You just need to just huck it as far out of bounds as you can.
Throw it away.
You know, instead of losing 5 yards, you would have had 2nd and 10 rather than 2nd and 15 there.
And the clock continues to run as well too. So when time gets very precious as it is, when you're trailing, and the time is not your friend. Unlike the Rolling Stones song, time.
Welcome to the broadcast, Audrey Gilbo. We're glad you're here with us.
Welcome. We welcome all. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, there you go. It broke loose.
Go!
And pushed out of bounds.
Not quite a first down.
Lindsey Kendall on the reception.
Well, you know what? What a great play for him. For Lindsey. Oh, good for a first down. Lindsey Kendall now. Senior night for Lindsey, everybody. And he is a 5'7", 130-pound senior.
We've called a lot of senior names tonight.
And, good job. Way to go.
And I think it kind of builds on what you touched on, Brian, in our open is, senior night, you have a little extra swagger in your step, and you run just a half a step faster, and because you realize how big of a moment this is in your young life.
Oh, Caden Hardwick is out there. I bet you it's going to be a run up the middle to him.
Nope, quarterback keeper. And stopped after a short game.
We have 35 viewers. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We need to beat volleyball
we got
tonight.
a little extracurricular going on out there, a little pushing and shoving.
Oh, there's a flag on there. Hopefully that's not against the Turks.
A little
we got
tempers flaring out there a little bit. And
the good news is we got another subscriber.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. See?
Told you, Diamond Dave, we can do this.
See?
We're at 8 subscribers today, so volleyball, do better than that.
That's right. That's right. We're setting the bar.
Yeah, we've set the bar higher tonight.
Baby.
Oh, boy. I didn't even look at the replay to see what happened.
We better refresh our screen there, Brian. Maybe we got some more. We might get 10 tonight. How many we get? We got, 7 so far? That's awesome.
Well, Future Clan, I see you have purple on your icon there, and I hope the UW is in his future. I hope they're able to keep him to stay home. But you know what? If he attends Yale or Princeton, that's a good thing too.
Yeah, Ivy League school. That's pretty good stuff. Future Clan, we appreciate you chiming in here with us tonight. Like I said, all are welcome here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics.
Michaela, welcome to the broadcast.
I tell you, everybody
Michaela.
woke up there. Here we get to the fourth quarter, man. The board's just lighting up. It's been pretty quiet. The first 3 quarters, it was quiet. Where y'all been?
Yeah.
Where y'all been? We appreciate. Hey, better late than never, right? Isn't that the old saying?
Welcome to the broadcast.
Better
Wendy.
late than never.
Welcome to the broadcast, Wendy Shapiro. We're glad we're glad to bring you here at TurkPride.tv. Dan, how many years? This is our 5th or 6th year?
Probably, I think 6th. Yeah, yeah. Gosh, well, let's see. My son graduated in 15, so that was 4 years ago. So
It was 4 years now.
yeah, at least. We have an update in the South Whidbey Granite Falls game. Granite Falls starting to claw their way back. Score now: South Whidbey 28, Granite Falls 14. And it looks like they are still in the third, under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Let's switch over and we'll take a look and see if we've got something, an update in the Cedar Park Christian Nathan Hale game. No change in the score. Now they're showing halftime. I have to find that hard to believe that they're still at halftime, but the score reading 14 for Cedar Park and nothing for Nathan Hale.
Boy, this is a long. They're really busy talking here.
All right. All right, Bennett
look-
like to pass.
oh.
Oh, pressure, but he steps up, evades the first wave, but is dropped by.
It's going to make it a 4th down coming up. Oh boy, somebody's on the ground.
Yes.
That's not good. Who is it? He's not getting up.
We've got all the players taking a knee. We do have a Turk player down out there. We've got the coaching staff out. We've got from both sides out checking on that young man.
That's,
We won't speculate until
That's our friend Willie Bennett.
Is it? Okay. Get very quiet here. People being respectful.
He's moving.
And there we go. On his feet and a round of applause.
That's one of our wrestlers. He's probably going to come off and go into a concussion protocol on that.
You and the wrestler. I tell you, you're just chomping at the bit here, aren't you?
That's one of my wrestlers.
I know. It's just chomping at the bit. Just can't wait for wrestling season to start, can you?
Well, it's 4th down. Got to go for it here. I mean, you don't have anything to lose.
All right, 4th and 11. Sargent comes out, the sophomore who will be the quarterback next year for the Turks. Coming in as a junior.
Probably for the remainder of this game.
Yep, remainder of this game, and he's going to have 2 full seasons to be the starter out there for the Turks. Tall, lanky young man.
Oh.
And incomplete, threw behind. And so they'll turn it over on downs.
I do want to add that one of the favorite things that I get to do every year is I get to go to Kings every year when they host the girls all-state basketball game with the senior girls all-state all-stars.
You've mentioned that before, yeah.
And Kings has us come in, has TurkPride.tv come in, so we come in and they host the event, and we do the broadcast from the stage at Kings, and it's actually one of my favorite events of the year. I think my 2 favorite broadcasts of the year are, of course, the Sultan Invitational for wrestling.
Yes.
Is number 1. That's my Super Bowl.
That is.
That's my Super Bowl, and then
your
of course
Super Bowl.
I do that game every year with the at Kings High School, and Kings is always a very, very gracious host when we're there, and have a great time, and they donate to TurkPride.tv. So part of the reason when we go do it. So
Donations are gladly accepted.
Absolutely.
Here on Turk Radio. Now, you don't like force them. You don't give them like a whole list of demands before you show up or anything like that, do you, Brian?
I just want internet that works.
Oh, okay.
And they do. They have internet that works. They've got really great broadband there on the stage. And
so the rumors of you having catered meals brought to you in a personal valet for the whole day, those are not true.
They do provide pizza.
Oh, okay. Well,
they do provide pizza.
That's
so
good.
I guess you could say I have a catered meal.
There you go, catered meal. Soda and pizza. That's what more does a growing guy need, right?
I got pizza and pop, and that's all. That's all I need.
What more does a growing boy need? All right, we're back to action here. Both teams take the field. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Turks trailing 28-7. Handoff to the right, and number 7 bumps his way out of bounds. So far, Brian, no scoring since halftime.
No.
28-7 was the halftime score, and we still sit at 28-7. So the pace of the game definitely has
Well,
slowed down
I
here
have
in the second half.
I have a different. I mean, they some of the skills. Kings has been substituting pretty liberally.
Right.
I think everybody's had a chance to play.
Getting people time.
And they're not out here. They're not trying to run the score up or anything. And the Turks have played better in the second half.
They have. They have.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
And that, of course, a play like that is in the Turks' favor.
Yes, it is.
So Dan, you said you work from 9 to 5. Here, you actually work for
8 to 5.
8 to 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
The 9 to 5 is just kind of a moniker.
You
right?
know, at
8 to 5.
At 8 o'clock, I've only been asleep for 4 hours.
I
Just
know. I don't
so you know.
see you very often. Yeah,
Those of you that don't know, there is 2 houses between there's 2 houses and a, what do they call it? A culvert or a storm?
a retention pond.
A retention pond between my house and Dan's house.
Which had a lot of water in it on Monday.
I was getting nervous for you. I thought it was going to overflow.
I thought I was going to have to start sandbagging here, but it didn't quite get that high. It was pretty high on Monday. Lots of rain on Monday, and then Tuesday, all day Tuesday, it was very high. Anyway, back to action here. Under 4 minutes now remaining. 4th and 15.
Fans in the stands, our cheerleaders will be coming through with our pink ribbon breast cancer awareness boots, taking money for donating to the American Cancer Society.
So yes, Brian and I are neighbors, same neighborhood, just down the street, stone's throw away from each other. But we don't see each other very frequently.
Nope. The only time I see you is when Sunday afternoon when you're out mowing your lawn, washing a car.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. No, I don't see you very often because your shift and my shift just don't really coincide very well.
And hey, the important thing is that my blackberry bushes are gone this year.
They are. I
They
know
are
you've been
gone.
keeping on top of that.
Yep. I haven't gotten sick this year.
Would you bring some goats in, or what did you do?
I hired somebody to come in and cut down the trees, and I've been spraying like crazy. And I discovered that they had roots that were going into my septic system.
Really?
So I've been treating the septic water, and it's been killing them.
Interesting.
Yeah. I hope that people out there know that you shouldn't wait more than 15 years to have your septic tank cleaned.
Well, thank you for that tip. That's your handyman tip from Brian Atkinson.
Every 3-4 years it needs to be done.
Yes. Especially since you have had quite a few folks in your household at one time too, with quite a few children.
Up of 6 people at one time.
Yeah.
Now we are at. Oh, we have a punt coming up. First punt of the game for
4th and
Kings.
15. And nice kick. And it's going to take a Turk bounce. Oh, nice Turk bounce. Yeah, they're going to.
Oh, that took a heck of a turn.
That's about
a heck of a turn bounce.
About a 15-yard gain on that with a nice bounce.
It appears that Mr. Bennett's going to be okay. My prayers
good.
goes out to him and his family.
Yes, definitely don't want to.
But he appears he's going to be all right.
Brian, we've got an update in the South Whitby Granite Falls game. South Whitby 34, Granite Falls 14. So it looks like the Falcons from South Whitby are well on their way to finishing off Granite Falls in North Sound Conference action tonight. Timeout, Sultan. So with 2 minutes and 39 seconds remaining here in the game, Turks still trailing 28-7. Brian, you want to recognize some of our other fine sponsors here on TurkPride.tv?
Well, I believe I covered them all, but
Well, hit them again.
Yeah,
Let's give them another prop.
Yeah, we got our Sultan High School fan club. Hey parents, Turk fans, the Turk fan club needs you. Yes, you. Want to help out but can't make a long-term commitment? No problem. We can help with you can help with just a couple of hours in the concession stand at any event. Help us, help the kids. Of course, we have our Windmill Espresso. As the first supporter of TurkPride.tv, the Windmill Espresso has always been there for our TurkPride.tv crew. Each game, we, your commentators on TurkPride.tv, name a Windmill Espresso player of the game. That player receives a free drink of their choice at the Windmill Espresso. Hey fans out there, if you have a nomination for our TurkPride.tv player of the game, be sure to give it to us.
All right, back to action here. Sargent, back to pass. Across the middle. Oh! Just behind. I think that was Saylor as the intended receiver.
Yeah.
Saylor was the intended receiver, just behind him. Second 10.
Don't forget Northtown Athletics, your one-stop shop source for all WIA athletic scores and statistics. Be sure to stop by their website and browse their game picture catalog. It's updated daily with all the games happening across the state.
All right, thank you, Brian.
Also, Rico's Pizza in Gold Bar. Be sure to mention you saw this ad on TurkPride.tv and ask them where the Turk Pride Pie is.
Turk Pride Pie. I like that. Rico's Pizza, that's right in our neck of the woods there, Brian. Sargent back to pass. Nice throw.
Kobe Keeler.
Anyway, that's the first time we've called Keeler's name tonight.
Well, he's been targeted a couple of times, but Kobe Keeler is 6'5", 225-pound junior.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
Baseball player, that one.
He is. Very good baseball player.
And that's going to be
Oh,
picked off.
intercepted. And got some room in front of him. Still on his feet and out of bounds.
Now, that was...
And Brian, as far as you mentioned Kobe Keeler, just a great kid too. I mean, just a great kid. I mean, just very respectful, just a very nice young man, and just a real credit to the student body here at Sultan High School.
Well, absolutely, and he's got a bright future ahead of him in baseball.
Yeah, he does. He does. Looking forward to spring.
I know. I have been talking to the coach at Centralia College about it.
Ah. Brian, we got another update. South Whitby just kind of pouring it on now, leading Granite Falls 40-14. 40-14, South Whitby. Hunter Jones.
So, what do you think there, Mr. TurkPride.tv player of the game?
I'll tell you, this is one of the tougher ones because there's just not somebody for me that was just heads and tails above everybody else. You got somebody in mind?
Yeah, we got it.
I'm thinking like Saylor is the one that I was thinking of for Sailor or Bennett, but I'd go with Sailor. I go with interception right on there.
All right, so
on the goal line, and just been some gutty play tonight. He would be my.
Well, I think we've got 3 votes for Sailor, so I'm gonna.
Are you going to dissent, or are you going to go?
I'm gonna go with Mr. Zane Sailor.
Zane Sailor.
He is so hard to catch after the game, so I'm just going to let that award catch up with him later.
All right. So Zane Sailor, congratulations. You are our Turk Pride TV player of the game. Windmill Espresso player of the game. Oh, incomplete. Under a minute remaining. So I guess, Brian, what you take from this is Turks held the Knights in the second half to no additional points. Turks had their opportunities, some fourth down opportunities they were unable to complete on, some untimely turnovers, and so forth. So I think the game really, in some instances, you could say, was closer than the final score indicates.
Oh, it's a great, it was a good game. It was a good game.
I think that they can, there's nothing to hang their head about as far as how they perform.
And for whatever reason, this is fine.
Another update, South Whitby now 42-14. So they just keep piling the points up. And the rain starts to descend a little more vociferously out there. Again, as the rain continues to fall, throw deep to the end zone, touchdown Knights. Luke Steinhubble, I believe, was the receiver on that play. And yeah, the rain starting to come down at a pretty steady clip now here as we're just 13 ticks left on the clock. And the Knights have extended their lead now to 34-7.
Hashtag Turks first.
Brian, you look like you're deep in thought over here. reading the North Sound Conference bylaws or creed, or what are you reading?
Unacceptable behaviors.
Oh, unacceptable.
I was checking myself at the door.
You weren't going to exhibit.
I was making sure I wasn't drawing attention to myself or group rather than supporting the athletic contest.
I see. Yeah. So are you saying that you were concerned that you might exhibit some unsportsmanlike behaviors? Is that what you were saying? No. All right.
I think the important thing to remember here is we love our kids just as much as everybody else.
Of course we do. That goes without saying. And we'd like to thank all of you again for sticking with us here, joining us, spending a couple hours of your evening on a Friday night here on TurkPride.tv. We hope you've enjoyed this game as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you.
Dan, I'm going to miss. I know I get to see you in basketball a couple times this next season, and you normally don't join me for wrestling, so
I don't. I used to do, when my son was involved in the program, used to do the score, was the scorekeeper and so forth, but I kind of gave that up a couple of years ago, and it was time to pass the baton on to somebody else.
Well, Kings doesn't have a wrestling program. Their kids disseminate throughout the different public schools where they reside.
Right.
They do have wrestlers at Kings, and I wish they had a wrestling team, but
well, Sultan has definitely had an excellent wrestling heritage. And still on his feet.
Hunter Jones got one man to beat.
Oh, almost.
Oh, that would have been such a great way to go out on its senior night for him.
Hunter Jones.
All game long he has been fair catching that, and I'm like, why are you fair catching that?
Nice catch and run there by Mr. Jones. 4 seconds, 4 ticks left on the clock. Time for one more play
Well, and here's the thing: is if he would have cut that into the middle, he wouldn't have gone out of bounds. And
Right.
We would have.
He could have cut back. I think he'd have gotten it because, like I said, he had there was two players. One that was right on him, and a second
if he would have
one.
gotten caught, we would have had no time left on the clock.
Correct. Yeah. So I mean, in hindsight, maybe it was a wise decision to give him at least one more play, one more chance, one last dance here before the
Hunter
time expires.
Jones. Touchdown!
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Turks!
Woo-hoo! What a way to finish things off there.
Way to go out on senior night!
Nice.
None other than Lindsey Kendall.
All right. Congratulations, that young man.
What a wow! A second half. If it wasn't for the last minute, we wouldn't have had any scoring.
It was pretty quiet. Like I said, both teams really were very quiet until just right here at the end. But
and
exciting.
what you saw there with that arm, with Tyler Sargent.
Sargent, like I said, we got to see just brief amounts of him, but he definitely can tell. You're going to bring somebody that's going to be a pocket passer, somebody that's going to be able to stand in there. He's a tall kid, and looking for great things from him next season. So, Brian, any final comments?
This is my happy place.
Now you have to go home, though.
I have to go home.
I have to go home
and prepare for my. Like I told you earlier, I have.
You got to work tomorrow?
No,
Very good.
But I'm in the midst of changing jobs, and
congratulations. Good luck on your future endeavors. With that,
it's the same company, but it's a new job,
different
group.
spot.
Get to go out and and try to prove myself in another arena that I've been preparing for my whole life and going to school for. So I'm excited about that, but not about me. It's all about the kids and our love our Turks.
We do.
And we love our Turks, and I'm always #Turks first, and everybody knows that. And but we appreciate everybody that watched tonight. Thank you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, even if you don't ever want to watch us again.
That's right. But we beat volleyball at least.
We beat volleyball.
That's right. Otherwise, Dave wouldn't have let us live it down if we hadn't have gotten more subscribers.
Let me see how we did.
Volleyball.
We are at 577 subscribers.
10.
That's 10.
We hit 10 tonight, buddy. All right.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate your time. We hope you enjoyed it just as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. My name is Dan Ballard. For my co-host, Brian Atkinson, we say
#Turks first.
good night.